This is not a joke, okay? It's April 1st. It is on the heels of the most magical month that we've ever had as a team, you guys. I wanted to have an impromptu team call just to go over some of the amazing things that were announced today. But before I even jump into that, I just want to say huge congratulations to everybody that promoted. Tina Blue, Leslie Blue, Teresa, Rachel, and Sherry all went green last month, and I know that there were lots of things to celebrate. I also want to just take a quick second to acknowledge the couple ladies on the team that were pushing for promotions that it didn't happen this month, because there's so many times in your life and in this business too that you're going to get knocked down and you're going to take a hit. What makes the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is how fast you get up from being hit. We've all taken losses. We've all been sad before. Give yourself some time, feel the feelings, but don't stay there too long, because every day you stay there, you're wasting time for this month. All right? So just remember, there is no loss. There's only learning in this business. And you know I love you, Amber. You know I love you. Okay, so let's talk about the amazing things that are happening. First of all, I just wrote down the prize list because you guys know I'm terrible at like remembering prizes. I'm a giver, but I'm not a good follow-througher. So I just went through. I gave like almost a whole page worth of prizes. I was just like prize, 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 prize. So anyway, I'm excited to get those all sent out. If you haven't received your prize yet, most of them are on their way now. I was trying to wait for the whole month to be over so that I could put all your prizes in one package if you earned more than one, and that way I could save myself on some shipping. But a couple people did already get their prizes, like the cash prize. Those already went out, and I sent Michelle the catalogs just because I figured that would be valuable and you could start, you know, handing those out right away. Okay. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Let's talk. New Kudos, new palette 6 launched today. The Kudos is, I think this Kudos is better than the Flawless Face Kudos because one, I think it's a better price point. The other Kudos was $100. This one's only $80. That makes it a little easier on the budget. But two, I love the mix and match power of this Kudos. Like, just because somebody buys one Kudos doesn't mean they can't buy another. So don't like limit yourself to thinking one Kudos per customer, because there's 6 different palettes. There's like 15 different splash lipsticks. Some people want a waterproof and a non-waterproof mascara depending on like their day. I know I have lots of customers that wear regular mascara, but then like that when they're working out or something, they like to have the waterproof. So lots of people have multiple mascaras, and just don't limit yourself in that thinking that one Kudos per customer, because this Kudos, what makes it so spectacular is that the mix and match power, the combinations of it all, and maybe that's even a way to kind of like market it a little bit. Like, the possibilities are endless, you know. Palette 1 with whatever combination, palette 2 with whatever combination of lips. Like, it is truly to your heart's desire on all of those different combinations, and it's a wonderful way to get in front of your customers that bought last month, because now they're already starting to like some products, and now they might be brave and willing to step out onto a limb with some other things. Palette 6 is available for individual sale. It is also available in the collections that have a palette in it, as well as the Kudos. So you have a lot of different ways to be able to get that palette, but please trust and believe that that palette will not last forever. It will almost certainly go on back order. We saw that last month. You know, FOMO is real, and presenters, because they can be bought individually, presenters are bulk buying these. And that's the blessing and the curse of that kind of business, right? Because we all want to buy a couple extra to have on hand. But because they're doing that, it's not a true reflection of how many customers are actually receiving these palettes. I know a lady that buys like 10 up palettes at a time. And I'm like, why? Why? I don't want that much stock. I was telling Tina this today, just so you guys know, I try not to have more than 1 or 2 of anything on hand. I just try to have enough that if somebody asks me for it, I might have one, but I am not stockpiling product. I want to have a couple, but that's it. So, and don't get yourself stuck, because then you buy all of those, then you got to push all of those. Okay, so the kudos is really amazing, and I just wanted to let you guys know about that. And then, let me see who I'm just muting everybody really quick because there was a little bit of an echo. Okay. Incentive trip time. It is officially the first day to earn the incentive trip. I wish Holly was on here. She earned it last year. This will be my 4th incentive trip. They've all been spectacular. Unique does this, has this wonderful thing where they go above and beyond. Any kind of event that you ever go to Unique, whether it's Unified, whether it's convention, whether it's the trip, whether it's one of the what are those called? Those meetings that are the regional meetings that they have. Is that also called Unified? It probably is. I don't know. Anyway, anytime you go to Empower You, yes, thank you, Michelle. Anytime you go to anything that Unique is handles is so nice. They go above and beyond to make you feel special and spoil the presenters. So for the incentive trip, it starts today. And I love how they've broken this down. I love that you can be a good seller and sell your way to the trip. That's what Holly did. Holly sold her little hiney off last year and earned the trip based on her own PRS, because she wasn't even green status yet, you guys. She was doing it all as a pink and blue status presenter with her own PRS. But this year they added the recruiting bonus. So for every person you sign, you're going to get $500 or 500 points PRS. And that's the entire time. But what makes that even more exciting is that if they get the premium kit, which we'll go over in a minute, when they get the premium kit, you also get 100 points PRS, because you're going to get commission and paid on that. All right. So that's 600 possible points for every recruit. You recruit 3 people a month, that's 1,800 points. You know, then you have, let's just say $2,000 in PRS. That makes it 3,800 points. Then let's say you hit pink status, that's another 2,000 points. Okay, so right there, on average, you guys want to be, if you're chunking it up month to month, you want to figure out a way to get 5,000 points a month, and you've got lots of different ways that you can do it. One of the things that I want to remind you of is that it's your paid as status, not your recognized status. So just because Teresa, I'm going to pick on Teresa, just because Teresa hit green last month doesn't mean she's going to get the green bonus this month unless she hits green again. Okay, now she could hit blue and she'll get the points for blue, but she will not get the green points unless she maintains her status. All right, so don't, like, if you're doing your math, it's got to be like the status you can maintain to get those points. And the points are pretty solid. 2,000 for pink, 2,500 for blue, 3,000 for green, 3,500 for orange, 4,000 for purple, and 4,500 for black. So those are really solid chunks of points to help you get to your goals. So if you're thinking about pushing for it, also build into your strategy a way to promote at least once or twice, if you can, over the next 6 months. If you're pink status right now, going blue and going green is definitely within reason in 6 months' time. Okay, so that brings us to one of the ways to get that promotion is recruiting. And I already told you guys earlier, we are 100% focused on recruiting as a team. I already knew I wanted to focus on that before we even hit purple, before we even did anything like was final for March. I already knew I wanted to keep growing, and Unique just made it like so much easier and so much better for me because they gave us these 2 new kits. Now, from the outside, you look at that $99 kit and you're like, oh, it's not as good as the last one. But that's okay, because what we were doing with the last kit is we were cheapening it and making it a big value and attracting a lot of people that did not want to work the business. And that is no way to build. That is no way to recruit and actually grow in this business. You want people that want to build, and it won't matter what the kit looks like because they see the opportunity. They've got dreams, they've got goals, they've got vision. It doesn't matter if you give them a mascara in a brown paper bag or you give them this beautiful purple box with all these other things, okay? Anybody that wants to run, they're not going to be incentivized. It's just going to be a cherry on top, that bougie kit that we were giving away for so long, okay? So now the kits are designed to set your new presenters up for success. I've said this many times before. The trend that I noticed when I was interviewing all of the exclusive statuses in my podcast was that every single one of them experienced some success really quickly in their business. And because they got the taste of success, it was easier for them to ride down into the dips because they knew, it's like the one time that I won $10,000 on Mega Millions. They've got me forever because now I know how it tastes. So now I'm always buying freaking Mega Millions tickets. Just that one time is all it takes. So you think about setting your presenters up and getting them a win really quick. And because the first kit has 2 mascaras, 2 splashes, and the gold mask, they can sell one of the epics and one of the splashes right away. So the second they get their kit, they can immediately go into action, networking, mother, brother, sister, whatever, auntie, whoever, and get those things sold and immediately start to feel that gratification of selling. Immediately start to realize that they can do it, okay? And they'll recoup $51 if they sell those 2 things. It costs them $99. They're going to recoup $51. Okay. So even if you could still market this as a kidnapper thing, because even if they're really just doing it for the discount, I know that they have a friend or somebody that would want to be interested into it. But that means that they got their own epic, their own splash, and their own gold mask for only $48. So there's still like a lot of deal happening for them. It's just not as obscene as it was before.
I think so. Are these the smallest?
So let's go on to the second kit. The second kit is the premium kit. The premium kit comes with a quad palette with all 4 of my top favorite shadow colors, by the way. 5 epics, 2 waterproof, 3 regular, and 2 splashes, a rose water, a blush in the color Sisterly, which is the baby pink color that is currently sold out. So I want to know how come they're getting it and I can't, because I got some customers that would like it. A gold mask, and the angled shadow brush. So that value of the $199 kit is $353. Okay, so the value is $353. After they sell the extras, the stock that they're being given built into their kit, they will make $123 back on that $199 investment. Okay, that means their total out-of-pocket expense for the premium kit is $76. $76. They'll get their own quad, they'll get their own mascara, they'll get their own splash, rose water blush, gold mask, and brush for $76. And that means all they have to do is pedal away the other 4 mascaras and the 1 liquid lipstick. It's not a bad deal at all. It's actually a really exciting deal. And to add on to that, you are going to make $100 PRS and $20 plus commission off of every person that you recruit. Talk about making money. Talk about promoting, talking about getting on the leaderboards for PRS. This is a double whammy because you're building and you're getting PRS for it. It is a magical formula for huge success because now you know that you're recruiting business builders. Raise your hand, because we can't throw up hearts. That's what I almost said, throw up some hearts. Raise your hand if you have said to yourself, I don't want to recruit any more kidnappers. I've said that to myself before. I don't want kidnappers. All they do is take time. I mean, granted, 1 out of every 5 kidnappers works the business a little bit. They come into it and they do something, right? April's one of them. But most of them are true to their word. Most of them say, I'm going to be a kidnapper, and truly are kidnappers. And then we're sitting over here trying to water dead plants, trying to make them do stuff that they already told you they didn't want to do.
You don't hear.
This is so much better because now you know that they want to work. They had to invest in their business a little bit more. They already bought products to have on hand. It's a win-win. This has me so fired up. Like, in case you couldn't tell, like so fired up. I cannot believe how exciting this is. And I expect most of you to experience some rapid growth in your business because of this. Even if you're only recruiting 1 or 2 people a month, those people are going to be in it to win it. Okay, they're going to be in it to do it. And that's going to make you feel more valuable as a leader. It's really hard to feel valuable as a leader when you've got 2 people on your team and they don't want anything to do with you. You feel like you're serving when they're coming to you and they're saying, help me, how do I do this? Marie, what about that? The second they start coming to you, it validates that you have a purpose. Especially as women, we like to serve. We take care of people all the time. Our children, our spouses, our puppies, even at our jobs, we have these servant hearts. It's built into most of our DNA. So it only makes sense that we would thrive as leaders in a position when the people under us are coming to us and we can serve them. I hope that makes sense, because there was something very powerful that can happen for you when you feel fulfilled and you feel like you have a purpose as a leader. And that's how you do it. Recruit people that want to work. And Younique has now positioned us in a place to make that happen. This kit, the $199 kit, in my opinion, is the only kit. I'm not even going to talk about the $99 kit because it's puny. It doesn't even look good on paper. They can't even make the pictures look nice enough. It looks so sparse and like desertous. Like, come on now. But the $199 kit looks full. It looks bountiful. It looks exciting. And that's where my focus is. It almost makes it obsolete, especially when you look at the value versus the investment. Huge, huge. I mean, anybody that's got even a slight mathematical or financial mind where they care about getting a good deal, the $199 kit, the premium kit, is 100 hands down the way to go. Like I said, I'm not even going to be bringing up the $99 kit because in my opinion, that is not the best deal we have. And if I'm truly serving my customers and I'm truly wanting my new recruits to get the best deal, the only way to go is the premium kit. Okay, now the last new thing that's been added, which I'm super excited about as well, is the ability to finance your kit through PayPal. So you would just finance it through PayPal. You could purchase it now through PayPal. Before you couldn't use your PayPal to buy your kit. Now you can, and you can use the PayPal credit feature to do that. So it would be 0% interest for 6 months.
I don't know if this is going to
So
work.
if they break that down,
It doesn't. I have cash.
6 months, it makes it $33 a month to run their own business. If they were serious about running a business, nobody's going to be intimidated by $33 a month to get their kit. And we already know one of the #1 reasons why people say that they cannot join is because they what? Don't have the money. So now we have a solution for that. Now we have an answer that doesn't involve, we'll just sell all your belongings on eBay. Because I've totally told people that before. Okay, you guys, now we have a real valid solution. One thing that you might just want to be a little bit mindful of, that this is a credit. So they have to apply for it, like credit. So you might still have some people in your circle that won't be eligible because their credit score is that bad. Okay, so I don't know what the actual requirements are, but just be mindful when you're talking to certain people, they might not be, like if they can't go to like Victoria's Secret and get a credit card, they might not be able to get this either, just because it's, I mean, that's how credit works. That's nothing new. Like, we all know that, right? We've been fighting it our whole lives. I mean, I started with like a credit score of like 322 or something like that when I first started out. So we all know what that's like as well. So then, of course, you want to just be mindful of mass marketing it that way. But if you have any people that have told you before, I want to sign up, but I just don't have the money, go back to them now and say, girl, you will not believe the best news just happened. It's going to change your life. Okay? And let them know that they can finance it through PayPal. I don't think I took a breath that whole time. Okay. The last thing that I wanted to go over really quick was that document that I posted in the Glam Squad. This is a representation of what recruiting looks like. Let me see if I can just pull it up really quick so we can go over it. I went over it before, but I did it over a year ago, and there's a lot of new faces. And one thing that I've learned as a leader is that just because I've said it before doesn't mean everybody has heard it. And as moms, we all know that that's truth. Just because you've said it before doesn't mean anybody was listening. So I want to go over it again, just to demonstrate the power of recruiting certain. Oh wait, nope, I don't want to do that. Let's do this. Okay. Let me open this up. 1 second. Hold, please. Okay. Now let me share my screen. Share this. Okay, so now you guys can see this 1-person recruiting growth chart and this 2-person recruiting growth chart. The difference between these two is that the first chart is based on you focused on recruiting 1 person a month and teaching your downline to recruit 1 person a month. That feels very reasonable, right? Just sign 1 person and then teach your person to sign 1 person. If you did that for the next 4 months, you would have 16 people on your team with a potential team volume of $6,000. So this pace would get you to blue status, okay? If you just doubled that and you focused on recruiting 2 people a month and you taught everyone on your team to do the same thing, over the course of 4 months, you would have the potential to, by that 4th month, have team volume of over $30,000. Do you know what that means? That's at least green status, but likely orange status with a strong push for purple, okay? All we did was go from 1 to 2. So instead of thinking in these like huge volume numbers of, oh my God, I mean, it's great to do the 20 and 30 and all that jazz, but if you just teach everybody on your team to do 2, it's going to put you on a trajectory for huge growth. Look at the difference. All these dots symbolizes a recruit in the same amount of time as these. I don't know about you guys, but to me, that feels like, oh, wait, why does my head get so big? I don't want to do that. I don't know about you guys, but to me, that's a no-brainer, right? Like, how much harder 1 to 2? I mean, I could do 2. If I could do 1, I could do 2, right? Yeah. So when you think about it like that, when you see it in the big picture, that's why I wanted to show you that graphic that I made. When you see it in the big picture, it's almost like a light bulb goes off and you're like, oh, duh. And now, like before, you would say something like, oh, but a lot of those might be kidnappers. Before you would have said that. But guess what? Not now, you're not saying that. People aren't kidnapping anymore. They have eliminated the option of kidnapping in its true essence. Okay? Which should fire you up, which should excite you, because it means we're gonna freaking blow the roof off this business. I see a lot more elites on this team. A lot more. Okay. So let's talk questions. You're muted, so if you guys have questions, you might need to unmute yourself.
I have a question for the points per recruit for the incentive trip. Is that, do you get the points for each kit, or is it just the big one?
Can you say that one more time? You were muffled a little bit at the beginning.
So you get the 500 points for the recruits for the incentive trip. Is that both kits, or is that just the big?
I read through the entire FAQ, and it didn't specify, so it just said for every recruit. I would imagine that doesn't matter which kit. Any other questions? All right, you guys. Well, that was a lot. We have 10-minute training tomorrow, and I will probably still do a team call on Thursday, especially since I forgot it last week. Because yes, April.
Are you going to do a makeup class for this month?
Oh, yes. Let's do another makeup class. I thought that was pretty successful. Did you guys think that was successful?
Can you figure out dates and stuff like ASAP so that we can get this train running?
So you can start marketing it. Yes, ma'am. Let me just add that to my list of things to do.
I had a lot of people that were really interested last month, but they just weren't interested in buying the full tour to get there. You know what I'm saying? So sad for their luck because they had to do it to get in. But the price point is a little lower this month for the kudos. So we might get, and a lot of people are very, very, I don't know about, I mean, you guys had plenty of success with the kudos, obviously. I find most of my customers are like, I'm afraid I'm not going to like the shade, you know, like, or it's not going to be right, or it's not going to sit right on my face. And, you know, I had the same problem. I didn't use our face products for probably a year until I started using Uology. Honestly, my skin was just so horrible. It looked like I had snake skin on my face from the foundation. It was horrible. So, like, I never went live because of my own demons, but even when I did start going live, I never did my face on live because I didn't want people to see that I wasn't using our products, you know, and now I can actually use them and showcase them. So I'm a lot more confident in that aspect. But, you know, I went at them with the Love It guarantee. I went at it with, you know, like, I can give you samples. I mean, I really tried to get around it, and I guess it just takes time, but everybody needs eyeshadow. You know, like, this kudos, I think, is going to fly. And I think that we could get 100 or more people into a makeup class, maybe even 2 makeup classes if possible.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying at the beginning, is that I personally like this kudos better than the last kudos because of its versatility for so many customers. Let me ask you guys this question, all of those of you that participated. Do you think that it was valuable to set the standard at buying the kudos to get into the class? Or do you think that we should have some other metrics to let them into the exclusive invite?
It's no surprise that Miami is where you'll find some of the best sour orange marinated.
I think the kudos aspect of it was a good way to get an invite. I think that was good.
Yeah.
Michelle, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say, I liked the idea of having to buy it first. My only question would be, with the Flawless 4, we had different ways to show it. So would you be thinking about, like, doing a different palette?
I would think that last time we did a 3-day makeup thing, but maybe we could make this one a 6-day and go through the palettes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, create a palette with each one. So it wouldn't matter which palette somebody bought. Everybody would get, like, some value out of it and maybe be inspired to buy another one. Does that make sense? Like, if they bought palette 1 because it's the gateway palette, and then they saw somebody using palette 6, and then they're like, oh, humana, I want that one, then, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like that was a good synergy because they were getting help, but also at the same time we were able to plug, and we sold a couple of those Wink and Roar collections as a result of, like, giving that away at the end. So I'm happy to do that again, just like that. Let's just make it the kudos makeup class, VIP, for April. Gotta think of some crafty names for it. But I think that'll work great. Anybody that buys the kudos can get an entry in, and we'll need 5 volunteers, because I'll do one night. We'll need 5 volunteers for lives. Everybody can pick a palette. And the only requirement to be one of the live people, well, there's 2 requirements. One, you have to have some people in there, right? Because people are coming to see you. You want to have at least 1 or 2 customers that have earned it. And 2, you have to be able to be willing to give away something as a prize. It doesn't have to be huge. Freaking Amber and Holly went above and beyond. They just spoiled the hell out of those girls in March. But if you just wanted to do a lip gloss, or, you know, a lip gloss in a cute little bag or something like that, it doesn't have to be super expensive. But I think the giveaways are a really nice draw in for them to show up to the live, because they know they have to be they have to be on the live to get an entry to win the prize.
And doing the 6 weeks might intrigue people to want to buy the 3 set of the pack, you know, because that's like a $20 saving. So if they bought 1, they might go, oh, there's a 3 set that I can save $20 with.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Maybe that could be like the main giveaway that you do, Maureen. That
Another palette.
They can win. Do that where you will purchase or use YCash to get a 3-pack palette. I mean, that's a huge prize. You know what I'm saying? You have the chance to win any 3 of your choices.
Yeah, I'm thinking, let me think about it a little bit about what I want to do as the prize, because last month I gave away the collection and they already got a palette. So maybe try to give away something different. Like, the idea is that the giveaways are something different than what they already have, in effort to have something to talk about and demonstrate and inspire them to buy those things. So what I might do instead is, like, maybe make it like, I have to look back at the collections, but maybe like definitely like a sugar scrub or something like that, so that they can take care of their lips because they've got this splash. And I don't know. I've got a lot of thinking to do, and you know, my wheels are always turning.
Well, I was also thinking, there's a collection 15% off this month, right?
Is there?
There is. It's the one with the palette. I was reading my email before, and it's the one with the palette and the Epic and the Splash liquid lipstick. So it's the Kudos is in this collection. So they're giving it for 15% off this month. So I was wondering if we could turn that into a glam bag.
Yeah, mate, that sounds good. I have to. Like, there's so much. I have to
towards
look at
the Glam Squad. I'm saying.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. A glam bag from the Glam Squad. All right. Let me get that done, and we'll definitely get some dates out. I don't want it to be the last weekend of the month because I'll be in Las Vegas, so it'll have to probably let's try and like target like the middle of the month for the class. That way we can all be a part of it. I'll look at some dates and I'll get an event set up for us.
We follow your lead.
Yes, ma'am. Anybody else have anything before we sign off?
I just was looking at my email. So April is talking about, I think that's April. I don't really know who it's talking. Okay. Talking about they're just saying that the palette is available in the Come Hither collection, which is 15% off.
Awesome.
So it's 15% off for the bundle, the collection price.
15% is that total, like retail is what they're saying, or an additional 15 off what the bundle was already discounted?
I think it means it's just like
it's not an additional 15%
15%
off. It's the 15% off.
Because of savings of 15% off.
Oh, okay. So that's what
the collection price. So whatever it is online, whatever that collection price is online, is what the price of it is.
Okay, which is a overall 15% discount.
So that's a good way to upsell this month's Kudos.
Why get the Kudos when you can get this collection?
Exactly, that's a good way to upsell because it's 15% off regardless, so they're still getting a savings.
Yep.
So if we actually spin it into something that says it's a glam bag, you know what I mean, and you're going to get this month's Kudos plus for so much savings. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's great. Upsell. I mean, if your customer's buying the 3 and you want to just say, hey, I want to let you know that this collection also comes with this cool bag and also has these other products instead for just a little bit more, and free shipping. Like, they're not getting free shipping on the kudos. Like, there's a lot of value to upselling to the collection. And you could invite people that bought the collection into the class as well, because it's the same stuff,
Yeah.
principle, you know. All right, babes, good stuff. Great work last month. I'm so damn proud of all of you. Everybody just pulled together in a way I've never seen, and I was so touched for all of your work. And that's not the end. There's so much more happening. Can you feel it? Like, already, like, this month, the first day is like buzzing. I'm excited. So, all right, babes, have a good one, and I will talk to you later.
Bye.